All right, hello everyone. This is Jackie. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so we are going to do a love reading here for the sign of Cancer. So anyone with a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, those are the major placements here. And then anybody with a Cancer placement in their charts may benefit from this reading as well. So welcome to all. All right, so I always place the intention that my readings are timeless. So whenever this reading found you, whenever your intuition brought you here, most likely there's a message for you. So please take what resonates and leave the rest, as always. All right. So we'll start with a few oracles here and see what direction Spirit is going to be leading us in today. All right. We've had some good ones here as far as oracles lately with some of the signs. So please let me know, if this resonates with you at all. And if it does, hopefully it does, and hopefully it helps in some way. But I would love it if you would consider subscribing to my channel. That way we can, we're all a family here, and you'll always be notified of my readings. And like I said, we would love to have you as part of the family. All right. So first card out is Wise Leader. You are a beacon for others. That is amazing. And then we have View from Above. Get the big picture. And the last card is Grace and Gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. Okay. So with this, with this compilation of cards here, it looks like you're just a born leader there, Cancer. Yeah, definitely. Even if you don't feel like you are a leader. You're a beacon for others. You light the way for others to follow. So whether it's with your nurturing heart or other aspects of your personality and, just you in general, you are definitely a beacon for others where you just, show others the way. You're definitely a leader. I mean, yes, it's always good to be a leader and a follower, but you know when to do each part. You know when to be a leader, you know when to be a follower, and you are definitely a good leader. And Spirit is just reminding you that. And sometimes it is hard, to see the big picture, especially when you have a lot going on in life. It's hard to surrender to the universe and know that there's a greater story out there for you, and that you're on this specific path for a reason. So sometimes it's hard to see the forest past the trees. I think that's the way you say it. But yeah, so if you find yourself doing that, just try to think of, the big picture sometimes. And then I'm sure that a lot of you, if not most of you, or all of you even, practice gratitude on a regular basis. But when we're, practicing gratitude and being thankful for what we have every day, that opens the door for the universe to give us more, good things. So definitely, just practice gratitude. Remember that you're a leader for others, and then just, try to look at your life as in the big picture here. All right. So we'll start with what's the vibe and see what's going on here for Cancer. What do you need to tell us, Spirit? We'll kind of go from there, but at least we have a little idea of messages for Cancer as far as, life and possibly love here. But we have Soulmate. So that's the first card that came out. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so whether you are with your person or not, whether you're in separation or not, we'll have to see what cards come out. But whoever is on your mind is a soulmate. And then whether you believe in twin flames, whether you believe in divine counterparts, whatever you feel is appropriate for your relationship, that is what you resonate with. So take that part, like I say, always as it resonates. A lot of people don't believe in the twin flame thing, and that is completely fine either way. But this person that is on your mind is definitely a soulmate. We have lots of soulmates. I mean, family members can be soulmates, pets can be soulmates, friends, romantic partners. So whoever you're thinking about, whoever is on your mind is definitely a soulmate for you. All right. So the next card out is intimacy, mutual respect, unity, and closeness. Okay, perfect. So it looks like you and this person either have this mutual respect and closeness, or it's something that you want from this person. So we'll just have to see what comes out here. Somebody is hiding something, though. Somebody is concealing something. It looks like your person might be concealing something, and they are running away. So those two cards just came out here. It looks like your person might be hiding feelings for you. They might be, hiding some other aspect of their life, maybe something from their past. Maybe they're codependent and they're just running away here. Maybe, they're wanting you to chase them, but, they're out there having drinks and, talking with others. So they're kind of talking with friends or maybe coworkers about what is going on and what's going on here in your relationship. So, and I mean, it does say gossip on there and things like that. So, it's possible that this person is trying to find out gossip. If you two are in separation because, they ran here, then, they might just be in that, Page of Swords energy where they're just trying to find out information and they're trying to spy on you here. But yeah, I mean, it kind of looks like you are in some kind of separation of some kind because your person is feeling that they're left out. So they feel left out of your life here. You might be giving this person the silent treatment, or they might be giving you the silent treatment, but they're definitely in their feelings about this. And I mean, take these roles as, they resonate. The roles can always be reversed here. Just flip them as needed. So, this could be you that maybe ran. It's possible. But usually, if you're the ones watching tarot here, you're usually, a little more elevated than your person is. So, or sometimes even a lot more elevated than your person. But yeah, it looks like your person hid something from you here. I'm sure that they also want this intimacy with you, but maybe they're scared. Maybe they haven't known a love like this before or had a relationship that had feelings like this before. But I know you definitely want the intimacy here to continue, or you did. Yeah, and they ran. Now they're trying to find out, what's going on with you because they're in their feelings here because, maybe you blocked them, but they are going through some kind of legal situation. So whether they're going through a divorce, whether they're going through a separation, maybe child custody or child support issues, could also be, a DUI possibly. I mean, it could be anything, but anything to do with the court and paperwork here. But they are lusting after you here. So, they are feeling like they're in that lust energy. And so they really do miss you. And I mean, the lust is probably part of the reason why they're gossiping or trying to find out what kind of information they can find out about you. Maybe they're talking with mutual friends, or, if they know your family, they might be trying to find out from them. But we do have this card that came out. So it looks like there might be a third party involved here. So take that part as it resonates. You might have been made the third party, and maybe once, you found out that you were the third party, you left and said, I'm done. Maybe you were, wanting too much from this person. Well, in their eyes, at least, because you loved on them and they just felt like they couldn't juggle two different people, or, and the thing is that, when it says love affair like that, it does make it sound like it's an actual person. Usually a third party is not necessarily an actual person. So take that part as it resonates. But this card is basically saying that it is a person. So it is a love affair. So, You know, they could be married. They could be married. They might be going through a separation or a divorce here. They hid something from you. Maybe they hid their true feelings from you, you know, because they didn't want to, I mean, they strung you along, I mean, to a certain degree because they put you in a third party, it looks like. But, you know, maybe they didn't want to actually tell you how much they cared and loved you because they weren't sure how things would work out. So they ran away, they got into their feelings, you know, you blocked them, and now they're trying to figure out what's going on with you because, you know, maybe they were more feeling like this connection was about lust. Maybe they were thinking it was more that way and it wasn't, you know, something deeper than that. So they thought that it was just like a little fling, or, you know, whether you've been intimate with this person or not. You know, I'm sure that they're missing that, or they're missing the potential of that. But yeah, I think that they were thinking that this was more lust. And then now they're thinking, oh my gosh, you know, I let the collective get away. And now they're feeling shattered. They're feeling broken here. They're having nightmares because they know that you are their soulmate and they let you go. So we'll get into tarot here and see what tarot has to say. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling that this person put you in a third party, thinking it was more like a lustful situation, and whether, you know, you were just friends or coworkers, or, you know, whether you were intimate with this person. And I'm getting chills, so that's the confirmation I usually get from my guides. So yeah, for the majority of you, that's exactly what happened. And, you know, the issue that they lied about or kept from you, that'll be different for everyone. But I think for a lot of you, they hid their feelings. They never told you exactly how they felt. All right, Spirit, what information do you have to tell us for Cancer here? Yeah, I think that's what happened here. But, I mean, it looks like they are having, I mean, their legal issues could be anything. But, you know, I do feel for a lot of you that they're going through a divorce here, or a separation of some kind from their person. All right, so we have a few cards that came out. We have the Hanged Man. So they're sitting here in Hangman energy, trying to figure out what to do. So not really much action on their part. Also, the Hermit came out. So yeah, they're hermiting here. They're trying to figure out what to do. You know, they know they feel shattered. They know, you know, they miss you, but really all they're doing is just kind of, you know, asking people about you here. You know, they know they feel left out, but they know that this is a fated connection. This is the Wheel of Fortune is here as well. So they know that this is a fated connection. They know that you are their soulmate. And we have Justice. So justice will prevail here. You know, nothing will be kept from you that is meant for you in this lifetime. So Spirit wants you to know that, you know, justice will prevail here. You know, they might be getting their karma. That might be what, you know, if you haven't heard from this person, that might be what's going on as well. I think some of it might have to do with these legal situation as well. But yeah. Oh my gosh, and then we have Judgment too. So yeah, they're definitely getting karma here. They're most definitely getting karma. A lot of major arcana out here. Yep. Actually, it's all major arcana. So there's a lot of changes going on here. What else do you have to tell us, Spirit? Wow. Okay. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So they do want to invest in this relationship. They planted some seeds here with you, and, you know, they want to see them grow with you. So I feel like there are major changes going on here behind the scenes, and that your person is making some changes here in their life. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna actually go to the Island Time Wellness here, and we'll kind of go from there here. So, I mean, whether you want this person back or not, I'm not sure if you completely block them. I don't really see anything that indicates that, but, you know, whether you completely block them or not, you know, I feel like this person, like I said, they just confused, you know, lust with the real thing with you here. And they were just very confused, and, you know, they most likely, even though maybe it felt like they were stringing you along, I'm getting the sense, and I'm getting goosebumps again, that they were not intending on doing that to you. They were not trying to string you along. They were not trying to breadcrumb you if it seemed that way, or manipulate you in any way. I just think that they were confused. All right, we had a few cards. Let me just make sure. Anything else from this deck, Spirit? What can you tell us about Cancer? I usually get like a ton of cards that come out with this Island Wellness, and only 3 cards came out. So we'll have to see here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I got goosebumps again. Okay. If you all are, you know, wanting this person back, or if you all are like missing this person and really, you know, you really identify with knowing that you're their soulmate and that you two belong together, that you miss the intimacy here, please know that endings bring new beginnings. There has been growth and change and transition and liberation in this connection. So, you know, whether you all, you know, ended things and, you know, you thought things were maybe gone for good, yeah, endings bring new beginnings. So, you know, for those of you out there who don't want this person back, you know, it'll just bring a new beginning with another soulmate. The universe will bring you another soulmate. But, you know, if you identify with this person as being your person, I just want you to know that this person, I believe, is taking the appropriate steps to get back with you here. And maybe that's why you're a leader here. You know, you showed them the way. You know, you left and maybe healed, and, you know, you did some introspection, and, you know, you tried to, you know, glow up and elevate yourself, and your person sees that. And that's why they're in this, you know, this sipping energy or whatever it is, that, you know, where they're, you know, it says gossip, but they're trying to figure out what's going on with you. They want to know if you're with somebody else. They want to know if you're still available and all of that good stuff, because they're following your lead. They're following your lead. And try to see the bigger picture, because even if things don't seem the way they should right now, or the way you want them to, try to see past that if you can, and be, you know, have gratitude for what the good things in your life here. So the next card out is love. So unconditional love, self-love, affection, and attraction. So that's another thing. You know, you left or maybe separated from this person, and you loved on yourself. And like I was saying, again, you led this person to do the same thing. So, you know, you showed them unconditional love, which maybe they've never felt before. And now they're in their feelings here, because they're like, oh my gosh, this wasn't lust. This really was unconditional love. And now I've lost that person, because we also have engagement ring. So partnership, engagement, commitment, union. So that is absolutely awesome. And what we're gonna do is I don't always take these cards out for and use these cards for these types of readings. These are more my twin flame cards, but we'll see what information your person wants to say to you, because I don't know. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps again. Yeah. So they definitely want to say some things to you here, and we'll treat this as kind of like a soulmate twin flame type reading here, because with these cards that came out, I mean, oh my gosh. All right, let's see. Anything else, Spirit? Oh my goodness. Okay. They want to say a lot to you. So I'm kind of feeling like this is like a separation, definitely no contact, possibly. You know, I'm not sure if, like I said, if you work together, maybe see each other at work, possibly, but maybe you just don't really talk to each other. But yeah, so let's see what comes out here. All right. I left you before you could leave me. And that is part of that running card. So yeah, they ran when they realized that this was, you know, they were getting in over their head, or they were overwhelmed by the connection. And a lot of times meeting, you know, your person, meeting your soulmate, meeting your twin flame, that happens. It is such a crazy, strong connection. It does freak people out. For some of you, you might be too young, and maybe your person felt that way. So I'm not sure if maybe you knew this person from a long time ago, or, you know, so that might resonate with just a very, very small percentage of you. But they are afraid to contact you. So maybe you did block them. Maybe, you know, they're just super afraid to contact you here. But you did come closer than anyone in their life. You came closer to seeing the real them, to getting into their heart space and making them realize it wasn't just lust, it was actually unconditional love. So whatever this, you know, if they are in a marriage or a situation here, I feel like that is not unconditional love. They did not know unconditional love until they met you. But they do stay awake at night thinking about you because of how much they miss you. They do wish that they had treated you better when you two were together. And they do love you. So take these, you know, messages as they resonate here. But Cancer, I'm going to leave this here and try not to make this reading too long. But, you know, please know that it looks like your person is making some serious changes behind the scenes. So, you know, you have significant, you know, good things coming to you if you want this person back. But they do love you and they miss you. And they would like to talk with you at some point here. Just keep on being a leader and keep, you know, looking at the big picture and being grateful for what you have. All right. Well, Cancer, I hope that you all are doing well. I hope this reading helps you in some way, shape, or form. And again, please consider subscribing to my channel. I also do twin flame readings multiple times. I'm trying to do them multiple times a week. But yeah, you'll always be notified of my readings. And yeah, I hope that you all have a great day, and until next time, namaste, my friends.